Ethan lay beside me, breathing softly. I tried to convince myself it was fine, that nothing would happen. But deep down I knew better. That night, everything started to feel different. The room settled into a quiet calm, and the sound of crickets echoed outside. The soft light from the lamp cast shadows on the walls, creating a dreamlike atmosphere. Ethan was on one side of the bed, scrolling through his phone, while I pretended to read a book. But my mind wasn't in it. Dinner had been quiet, like most of our meals together. Thomas talked about work, recounting stories while Ethan and I nodded along, neither of us truly present. I couldn't pinpoint when the tension started, but maybe it had always been there, an underlying current I had ignored for years. Now it was impossible to overlook. "You're not really reading that, are you?" Ethan asked suddenly, breaking the silence. "What makes you say that?" I asked, trying to sound casual. He smirked, setting his phone down. You've been on the same page for the last 20 minutes. I laughed softly, embarrassed. "You got me." Ethan shifted, and something about his body language felt more relaxed than I was used to. "What's on your mind?" I wasn't expecting the question. "Nothing," I said quickly, too quickly. He raised an eyebrow, clearly unconvinced. "Come on, Margaret. I know you better than that." The way he said my name made my heart skip a beat. It wasn't the usual stepmom or silence. It felt different. I sighed, leaning back against the headboard. "I guess I'm just thinking about how things used to be. Family trips used to be fun, right?" Ethan nodded, his face softening. "Yeah, they were, back when it was just me and Dad, before I realized how fake everything was." His words hit hard, but not because he was wrong. "I had tried," I said quietly, "to make this work, to be someone you and your dad could count on." "I know, Ethan said gently. "And I appreciate it, even if I don't always say it." For the first time, it felt like the walls between us were coming down. We talked for hours, sharing frustrations about Thomas and recalling trips Ethan had taken with his mother. "She was the glue," Ethan said, his voice filled with nostalgia. "Dad always worked, but Mom made everything feel complete." I nodded, my heart heavy. "It's hard to live up to someone like that." "You don't have to," he said simply. We fell into a comfortable silence. I turned off the lamp, letting the moonlight spill into the room. My leg brushed against his. "Sorry," I murmured, quickly pulling away. "It's fine," he said, his voice low and calm. But the moment felt different. Every small movement he made seemed amplified, reminding me how close we were. "Are you okay?" Ethan asked softly, breaking the silence. I hesitated, my throat dry. "I'm fine," I lied. "I don't think you are," he said, his voice softer now. Before I could answer, he shifted closer, his body warmth pressing against mine. "Froze." "Ethan," I whispered. "Do you ever feel like you're pretending?" He asked suddenly, his tone raw. "Living a life that's not really yours. Doing everything you're supposed to but never feeling real." His words struck a chord deep inside me. "Every day," I admitted. The words hung between us, raw and honest. And then it happened. It wasn't dramatic or planned. One moment we were talking in hushed voices. The next, his hand brushed mine, and neither of us pulled away. "Is this okay?" He whispered. I should have said no. I should have gotten up, left the room. But instead I turned toward him, my heart racing. "Yes," I whispered. When it was over, we lay in silence. My mind was a whirlwind of confusion and guilt, but I couldn't bring myself to speak. "I'm sorry," Ethan said, his voice breaking the stillness. "Don't apologize," I replied quickly, my voice trembling. "It's fine." "I don't know what this means," he admitted. "Neither do I," I whispered. But deep down I knew what it meant. The next morning I woke before Ethan, slipping out of bed as quietly as I could. The soft light of dawn filtered through the curtains, casting a warm golden hue across the room.